Hi. So we actually now have an update on this situation. We got some good news and some bad news. The good news is, by pulling up this very saves folder right here, as you can see, it contains all of my worlds that were on Minecraft. We got Lego's Island, Lego Master 627's Creations, the Medieval Kingdom. This is technically considered the Snowy/Icy dimension. We got Santa Sheep's Home, Tatooine, the Warped Forest, and Yavin 4. And, of course, the Crimson Forest. To clarify, those are all of my worlds in my single-player list. So good news. They're safe. We managed to back them up and everything. Even without even being able to access the game. We were able to do it via the launcher. Speaking of which, actually, we finally realized it was the launcher that was bugged. The launcher was completely bugged and heavily outdated, hence why it wasn't letting me in the first place. Unfortunately, something must have happened after updating it 2 months ago that prevented me from getting into the game. Now, we did uninstall and reinstall it, and every time I try and open it, this pops up. We tried so many things and it did not work. So now we're stuck. And is why the title of this video is the way it is. We are so close to getting this resolved. We got the worlds backed up right here, so that's good. Thankfully we didn't lose them. But now the true question that I'm gonna need from you guys. How do we fix this by chance? If you know how to resolve this, I'd love to know in the comments. That's why the title is the way it is. We're so close, but this right here is literally preventing me. Once this can get resolved, we should be able to hopefully get back in and restore things as normal. Now, one of the only other options, if, we can't find a solution, is just to uninstall and reinstall not just the launcher, but the entire game itself, which is something GoGet33 told me to do a while back. Normally, I would just uninstall and reinstall the launcher, but we already just tried that. It doesn't work, which can explain why this keeps popping up. So yeah, that might be our only option left. We tried everything. We tried for at least 3 hours today, trying to see if we can get this resolved. That can explain why there was no videos up until this point. Although that was actually towards the beginning of the day, although late morning/early afternoon. In Eastern Standard Time, from like 11 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m., we were trying to see, what can we do to resolve this issue. This is in Eastern Standard Time, by the way, just to clarify. By the way, you can probably see it is currently 8:24 p.m. at night. With all that being said, yeah. If you guys have any way that we could potentially resolve this, I'd love to know in the comments. Because we basically tried everything. I guess our only option now is to reinstall the game. But if you have any other ideas that could work before we try attempting that, I'd love to know in the comments. So, yeah. With all that being said, that is it for this episode of Saturday Stories. That can explain what happened. So, again, we've uninstalled the launcher after realizing it was bugged. And then, we first backed up all the worlds, uninstalled the launcher, reinstalled it, it still came up with the same issues, uninstalled it again, and then, of course, that message that you keep seeing popped up. So, that can explain how we got to this point. Yeah, that's it for this episode of Saturday Stories. Hopefully this is the last one based off of this. And the next Saturday story, hopefully on April 20th. That would be freaking nice if we can keep this weekly again for once. Hopefully that'll be back to a more accurate story. And until next time, goodbye. Trust me though, when we do get back into all these worlds, especially Lego's Island, you are in for one of the coolest welcome back parties that you will ever see. It will definitely make up for the last 2 months. Same goes with Creations World as well. Okay, actually that one will be slightly smaller. The main one's Lego's Island. Oh boy, it will be so freaking worth it.